Hello guys, Mr. Shockwave came back here once again. They started to tie the video. Where's Meta Knight? Where is the S-Class hero Meta Knight? That's one of those interesting questions throughout the entire One Punch Man series right now, in my opinion. And it's mainly going to be going over some webcomic stuff, so as some manga stuff overall. So, that's why I want to put spoilers in the title, because we'll be going over a lot of stuff. But, one of the most mysterious and one of the most significant characters throughout all of One Punch Man, Meta Knight, for most of this series has been unheard of and has been missing this entire time. It's one of those things where, why is a character so instrumental? Why is a character so important? Why is a character that apparently everybody knows is always gone, always missing? When it comes to any type of major mission, why is he always hiding? Why does it seem like whether he's scared or like he's preparing for something, or at least he knows more than what the audience does or the rest of the S-Class does? Because it seems like he's never there. It seems like you can't really classify him as a hero. It seems like he's in the same caliber of brass where sometimes he show up, sometimes he doesn't, and sometimes he just doesn't really do anything. And it goes back to me, in my opinion, the most recent stuff that went down inside of the webcomic, where the Genos' main scientist, doctor and friend, Dr. Casino, has died. He has been murdered by some machine god robots, what more than likely we call in the webcomic, like at least G6, 7, and 8. Machine god body, machine god tech in the last one in the webcomic. And somebody said what significance does it have? Because it's always building up to. Now, some people believe, another YouTuber, Zion, that Drive Knight and the organization, the mysterious cybernetic group that showed up to confiscate the those battle suits from that ballhead, from Hammerhead, believe that those three are collaborating together and they are trying to frame Meta Knight. But the thing is, let's say they are. Let's say it's gonna be one big scoop, one get lot. The question is why? Why frame Meta Knight of all people? What framing Meta Knight actually do? They got the most reasonable doubt. Meta Knight is never there. He took Boros technology, never told anybody what he truly did with it. And when it comes to some of the most major events throughout the series, he's never there. He's literally tried to help out on a comment, and that's it. Child Empress always caught us from backup, or even that whole interrogation early in the webcomic where it's just like, well, what are you doing, Burfoy? Like, are you been spying me on this entire time? Like, of course he would. Why wouldn't he? Why would he? And it seems like, in my opinion, Burfoy could be scared of something like a Boros or a Garo for some reason, or like a Orochi, and I don't know why. Cause he's just like, oh, the Monster Association, just carpet behind that place, that'll be done. Sure, it would have solved the problem, but why not show up at all? At all. Like missing in action throughout the entire Boros fight. We want to pick up this analogy afterwards. You could at least try to help Burfoy. And to me, it all comes down to one theory. It ties into Genos, the Mag Cyborg, Burfoy, and Dr. Casino. And to me, my overall theory is, well, number one, the Mag Cyborg is, I do agree with some theorizing in Zion that the Mag Cyborg is Drive Knight. That's more or less a fact. But I don't believe the Mag Cyborg is like the leader of the organization. And the reason why, because he doesn't seem like that. Because in my opinion, the Mag Cyborg is insane. It is what it is. He's a madman who has lost all semblance of reality or any type of humanity to the point where he believes that he's not insane. He's one of those ill individuals who think he is normal, think what he's doing is justified. Because the whole thing is, Meta Knight is bad, Meta Knight is this and that, and arguably, if you look at the person with the biggest potential or as the biggest threat in the S-Class association to any type of machine or anything like that, or cyborg, it would be Dr. Casino or Drive Knight. Two people who are highly advanced and basically, because Burfoy is more advanced in like drone technology, and Dr. Casino is more advanced in cyborg technology. Quite coincidental, right? Of course, but to me, it goes down like this: the Mag Cyborg is obviously, well, depending on the believe or not, is obviously Drive Knight. That's who it is. But it's not as obvious as you think. I think that he's just working with the whole cyber organization. I don't think he's actually a part of it. I think he still has his own personal agenda. What that is unknown to me. but he is crazy. That's just what it is. The whole thing is, Drive Knight doesn't seem like somebody who would be the head of the organization. It'll make more sense that the leader of the hero, the Neo Heroes, could be the leader of the organization than Drive Knight or the Mad Cyborg himself. You don't believe that it's Drive Knight because, and it seems like he had his own intentions. Ever since the Mad Cyborg has been mentioned, he's just been not only not seen. If you're Drive Knight has disappeared multiple times, shown back up, and I do believe that Nian will have a major purpose in those monsters that are cyborg that show up later. I do believe that he will be one of those guys who show up later in the manga, where just like we get this whole Neo Hero arc to start up in the manga. He will be one of those monsters that would have been there, like Cyberdice. I do believe, arguably, if Drive Knight has been inside the City Z undercover with all these loose monsters everywhere, how many monsters could Drive Knight have captured? Is Neon the first? Because we all know, I doubt Neon was the last. So, I'm just saying. But overall, to explain my entire theory, I believe that Dr. Casino, Boy Floyd, and some other guys were all a part of the same scientific team. Now they focus on robotics and cybernetics, but through some type of famous faction, a certain event that happened that pretty much more or less ruined everything for everybody, where it's just that there is a point of no return, and that caused Dr. Casino and Boy Floyd to split off in their own different ways. Where Boy Floyd only believed in machines after that, and believed he couldn't trust people, and Dr. Casino really just put himself deeper into his work of scientific of cybernetics. And that's pretty much what those two split off. Because the Max Cyborg does seem like it is Dr. Casino's responsibility. They say he's out there for revenge. Revenge of what? Is he out for revenge from some old colleagues? Is he out for revenge for a lost child, a lost son? Or is he trying to take responsibility for the damage and crimes he's caused with the creation of the Mad Cyborg, or something that him and the scientific team used to do? We don't know too much about Dr. Casino's backstory. We just know that pretty much he helps out Genos, and he found Genos after his family was killed by the Mad Cyborg, in which it could be just as possible that Genos is just a casualty in this entire thing, and Genos accidentally was the Mad Cyborg himself. Because you never know if those were implanted memories or not, because let's be honest, Genos is not too much he's not really a human anymore. Like, he only got a brain and a spine. That's not a human. It's similar to Frankie or Cyborg from Teen Titans. We don't even have a heart. He's just a brain and a spine. Well, some version of Cyborg has a heart. You're just a brain and a spine. You're not really human to me. Similar to Frankie, he's pretty much at this point a brain and a spine. He's not too much human to me. And it will be an issue if cybernetics become a major thing in the future. That at what point is a person still human? This and that. It is what it is. And basically, whatever went down in the scientific team, it led to the creation of the Cyborg organization, and it led to the creation of the Mad Cyborg. And now they're trying to take responsibility for it. Now, Boy Floyd, the reason why he's been hired this entire time, because I believe that he personally already knows that they're already gunning from him, just off rip. Because it seemed like that towards the end, I just thought it was going to be some type of robot invasion. The organization is making their move with the whole Neo Heroes are weakened, that the heroes are all caught up and trying to do this other thing. Perfect time to attack. And some guys pointing out, it looks like Midnight robots. Does it? I didn't read the entire webcomic, so I wouldn't know what Meta Knight's robots looks like in the webcomic per se, so maybe that is right. But if it is, to me, the reason I came up with this is it seems too obvious. It seems like they're trying to point too many hands towards Boy Floyd, and no one's looking in the other direction. It's way too obvious just to be, oh, they're gonna attack Boy Floyd, and then it's gonna be some type of grand twist. Similar to how I don't believe the Mad Cyborg is the leader of the organization, because it would be too obvious. It would be too noticeable. It doesn't sound like that fits Drive Knight style at all. I do believe that the way Drive Knight looks the way he does, I don't think initially Drive Knight looked like that, or Genos would have been recognizing. I do believe after the whole Genos family got killed, he did change his look to the way he does now. It's one of those things where he wasn't trying to hide anything. It was just a personal change, because obviously there's a huge gap in time, and there's multiple different people who got vast knowledge of cybernetics and robotics. Because arguably it wouldn't be that surprised if Dr. Casino and Boyford both worked in the exact same field. Now would it? Would that actually be that much of a stretch? Would it be that much of a stretch used to work on the same team? In the same branch of cybernetics and robotics? Would it be that much of a stretch entirely for such a thing to be a possibility? In my opinion, it's not. But the question is, what happened? Why did everything fall apart? Because we do have those two cyborgs who are more than likely a part of the organization trying to cyberdize random near heroes just to do it and give them battle suits, which I believe them battle suits are just going to forcibly automate everybody who wears them into a robot, which I find it quite sad that Moon Rider is wearing one of them. Not because at the time I believed that he could get cyberdized or something. It's just that at the time, after the whole Deep Sea King thing, I thought he was above wearing like a battle suit, one of them Paradise Island battle suits, because it was just, this man went out there with no type of powers or abilities against Deep Sea King, and in my opinion proved how much of a hero he truly is. Against all odds, at least he tried to save some people. You can give him that. But to see that he whipped the suit and like Siriu and all this, I do believe that there are some people inside the near heroes who knows what's going on, and I do believe that most of the others, I don't believe like after this arc the near heroes are going to die or they're going to fuse into with the hero association. I don't believe that. I do believe the near heroes and maybe a few other hero groups will show up by themselves and might start a hero union or something to get paid or something. They might do something like that. I don't believe they're going away at all. Maybe it's just personal belief, but yeah, I don't see guys like Blue or those other guys just to be like, well, you know what, I'm gonna be a part of Hero Association. I do believe they'll still be around after this, but I don't know, I just find it hard to believe, extremely hard to believe that, oh, it's gonna be Burfoy, or it's gonna be the organization at Drive Night. Is it just gonna point it on Drive Night, and then at the end it's gonna be such a big twist? Because this thing is quite random. That, all right, we got the massive setup. Dr. Casino's dead. All right, these guys are claiming that they were made by Burfoy, which looks nothing like his robots, but they're just all called Machine God. All right, then Gino's just do no type of investigation in. And randomly, just all right, it's a massive explosion. It's just a random army of robots just that show up towards the end, and like no one finds that suspicious. That even for the organization, what is there to gain from number one, blaming it on Metal Knight, and two, like starting this whole invasion thing now? You already got cyborg monsters that you're putting out there intentionally just to burn it by time. And just you look at the entire lead up to this supposed climactic finale of this whole arc, because I do believe that we are getting towards the end of One Punch Man, just in the webcomic at least, because it does seem like Genos is getting his final body upgrade. So besides some maintenance from the Hero Association, like I don't think Genos can get too much stronger than that. That's pretty much the end of the Genos upgrade, and arguably the end of the Genos whole Where's the Mad Cyborg story. I do believe Genos' main plot points will be ended here. He won't leave as a character, but his main plot points of the Mad Cyborg and becoming like one of the strongest S-class heroes will be wrapped up in this arc, pretty much. I think that should be quite obvious, that anybody can see. But I don't know, I was just thinking about this. It's like 2 in the morning when I'm recording this video, and it's just, no one finds it strange. Like, no one really finds it strange how it's just, how obvious it is that if the organization was as smart as they is, why are they making it this obvious that Drive Knight is the one who could potentially be doing this? Why make it this obvious? Like, if you already have all these associates and things like that, can you just frame Burfoy in multiple different ways? Why do they need Genos to go attack Burfoy and not themselves? I just find that suspicious. Because if they're as strong as they say they are, shouldn't just Drive Knight and a few others be strong enough, unless Burfoy got some type of massive EMP weapon that was shut down to the technology? What is the organization afraid of that they can't take care of they can't take care of Burfoy for themselves? Because not even Child Emperor knows what type of plans Metal Knight got. So, what are they afraid of? What do they know about Metal Knight that nobody else does? Because it seems like they're all operating some type of belief or basis of Burfoy, potentially some outdated technology, or how he used to be at a period of time. And if they were all a part of the same scientific group, then it would make sense. Similar to like how Drive Knight could easily just be a cybernized version of some scientist's son, or some mad experiment that resulted from Dr. Casino's and Bloodforce technology, which would explain why they no longer work together or talk to each other. So we've seen the way Bloodforce just cut off his own disciple, Child Emperor, like he was a bad habit. So it's not surprising that he wouldn't contact Dr. Casino at all. Similar to how I believe that he already knows that Genos gets his upgrades from Dr. Casino's anyway, since he is spying on that many people, which we find it in the webcomic chapter. I can't remember what chapter it was, so it wouldn't be that surprising if he would have already known. But it just seems like nobody find it odd that what is Metal Knight preparing for, and why is he not showing up for these major battles as a hero? At least he's not claimed to be the strongest in the Hero Association, as far as we know. We don't know how deep his technology goes. Not cool in the fact he took Pars' Boros ship, upgraded the entire, gave the Hero Association a brand new base facility, and not only that no one has a problem with that, it's just no one questions what he did to facilitate it himself. Because it seems like Burfoy is playing some type of long game. It's like he's waiting for somebody. It's like he gotta save all his best technology and his best weaponry for somebody else, or just carpet bomb the place to solve the problem. Why can't you just spare a few machines and just solve it like that? Similar to how like G5 took one of Burfoy's robots and he was just breaking out of technology. When it I could be wrong here, but when did Burfoy send like a drone in there? And if he did send a drone in there, it makes sense of why he would say just carpet bomb in place. But when did he send this drone? Similar to how when Drive Knight went offline, what was he doing? Because he easily could be disguising as G5, but at this point I think G5 was his own person. Now the question is, what was Drive Knight doing? And it's the reason why I believe that Drive Knight can't be the leader of the organization, and cannot be a he can't just be with the organization just to be with them. I do believe he does have his own objectives. What that objectives is, I don't know, but I do believe he's obviously insane. He's just lost his mind. Because the way Drive Knight try to paint him so clearly, and other characters like the organization try to paint him so clearly, that he's this one singular certain type of way, Metal Knight. It's almost like they know something that we don't know about Borfoy, as in his technology or his goals or his scientific work. Because it seems like he's potentially the biggest threat, and they're not even worried about Blast. You respect that Blast, or figuring out what hero killed Boros or took care of Garo, would be a more major problem to solve than Metal Knight, but it seems like they're extremely adamant that Metal Knight must be eliminated first. What does he know? You can see that they already took Dr. Casino off the playing board, on which I even find that suspicious. Why him particularly? He just upgraded Genos. And somebody say it'll give Genos an incentive to go find Burfoy. Did Genos himself really need that much? Can you just say that Metal Knight could create the mad cyborg and that would have been enough? And that's why he's been hiding this entire time? Which Drive Knight already planted the seeds of doubt, which arguably more likely most people believe he's lying the entire time. So it's almost like, what do you get out of this? What do you know? I don't know, maybe there's some crazy ramblings, but I don't know, it seems too obvious the way they're pointing towards Borfoy, and there's no way that it just so happened when Genos just thinks about showing up to Borfoy's warehouse or his facility. It's just the organization send out these Metal Knight robots. Why? If they're already got everybody distracted by these artificial cyborg monsters, right? Like Heavy Smoker and these other characters. If they're already doing this, right? What is there to gain from faking an invasion for Metal Knight if they don't even have any type of they don't have any type of reasoning or thesis to blame it on Metal Knight, the whole robot invasion? It wouldn't make any sense. Especially the fact that Child Emperor has been recently in contact with him. We already see that Burfoy is paranoid with him keeping tabs on absolutely everybody, and even the mysterious Drive Knight. And with his actions is this. It's similar to Burfoy. Drive Knight don't really show up for the major battles. When Boros was attacking, the other heroes got it. The monster The whole Monster Association arc, he wasn't really there either. Even currently, he's gone. Oh, I'm just gonna take Nian back. What are you doing with your Nian there, buddy? What are you doing? And I believe there's a lot of things that's going down here, and I do believe that Dr. Casino's Boy Floyd and some other guys we don't know led to the creation of not only the organization and the Mag Cyborg, but were also responsible for a decent portion of why this whole organization, like a decent portion for why certain things are the way it is. Similar to Genos. What type of revenge is Dr. Casino trying to get? It doesn't really seem like he had too many friends or family. That would be the obvious one. Well, he killed this and get that, but it seems like Dr. Casino was responsible for creating something, and ever since then he's been trying to destroy it, which would potentially would have made him so adamant in upgrading Genos to be able to fight the Mad Cyborg eventually, pushing his body beyond Genos' normal limits. Because Genos is obviously not human. If you're just going to make him a regular cyborg, then why take out so much material? Why did he need to lose both of his lungs, his intestines, and all that? And most of his muscles? Why did he need to get completely cybernized? Because I don't believe in the whole thing that Genos could be the Max Cyborg. It could easily be. But I do believe that not all Genos' memories are his. I don't believe that. I do believe that Dr. Casinos was hiding something from Genos. And that was his further involvement in the creation of the Max Cyborg. And the splitting up of him and the Meta Knight. And some other things. Because to me, it's just fun and odd. Because why kill him over killing Meta Knight? Why does Meta Knight seem like he's a 10 times bigger threat than he was? And then why wait like until what it was months later the Monster Association started in the whole tournament, after he got Burroughs' technology and he upgraded the Hero Association main headquarters? Why wait that long to attack Boy Floyd if the organization was around this entire time? But we didn't see him in season 1 with those 2 robot guys. Why wait so long? Now, come the fact that how some of the near heroes are cyborgs and they're trying to promote them coming into cyborgs, it wouldn't be too surprising if the main goal was behind the organization was some type of AI similar to the Skrull Supreme Intelligence from Marvel, the comic book version, of course. And the question is, why would they want to everybody become cyborgs? Then I guess an easier way of life to stop human conflict, to stop struggle. It wouldn't be too surprising. But I do believe the organization is ran by some type of AI, especially with the whole how the recent Machine God, Machine Tech, I think it's like Machine Vortex, that last one, were all AI. But the other 2 were obviously we've seen so far with cyborgs. Besides from like G4 and G5, no, those guys could be cyborgs, they could just be androids. But the most suspicious thing is how similar they are to the Drive Knights, with them only having like 1 major eye. Because it seems like they could be working up some old blueprints. Or whoever this guy is obviously must know who Drive Knight is and Dr. Casinos is. Obviously. Especially how multiple times Genos just so happened to fight one of these machine guys or the G5 or something like that. It just so happens. It just so happens. And it seems like the apology with Genos was more or less the fact that Dr. Casinos got carried away in his feelings and his work. And basically that he wouldn't be able to have enough time to tell Genos not only what was truly going on, but the truth of this entire scenario. I do believe that Dr. Casino just having his historic significance isn't just gone. Similar to Ace from One Piece, he's going to show up in some major facts, and I do believe that Borford would finally crack the case and spill the beans on what's happening. Because like everything he's done up to this point, he's been strategic and tactical, not wasting any unnecessary technology, trying the best he can, but not really trying to risk his life like that, or pushing machine technology to the limits unless it's some type of upgrade. Because arguably, Burford could have just carpet bombed the Monster Association by himself, and they could have just been blamed on some type of other monster. It is City Z after all, right? So would it be too surprising or people wouldn't believe it? But nope, if you don't want to do it my way, alright guys, you can do it yourself. Just odd. I don't know, guys. I'll let know your thoughts in the pen. What do you believe Meta Knight's main goals and intentions are? I don't believe that he is a bad guy. I don't believe that he's the cause of this, obviously, and this and that. 'Cause I do believe with Zion and some of this, nobody else. Why does it seem like an exclusive thing that Meta Knight needs to be taken off the table? And remember, they're doing this before characters like Saitama, characters who have killed people like Vaccine Man and Boros and dealt with Garo and killed Orochi. Remember, they're taking Borfoid out before Tatsumaki or Fubuki, before Bang, before some of the top 5s of the Hero Association. And remember, Meta Knight is like what, rank like 14, 15, like rank 6, somewhere around there. Why is he so important? It's almost like he's more important because of what he's done and created and who he was than anything he's doing currently. Because he hasn't really done anything that will make him a threat towards the organization. Now, did he? Has he? Does Borfoid know how the technology work? Did Borfoid and Dr. Casino make on the basic blueprints of these cyborgs and this potential AI main boss or villain? Did he? Is he aware that God exists? The character? Is he? How much does Borfoid truly know about what's going on? No one knows. Because they haven't really said anything, or done anything, or revealed his grand plans or his expectations or whatever. I don't know. I just find Borfoid to be one of the most interesting characters throughout the entire series. Of not only how much no one talks about his true intentions, but the potential outcomes of this entire Near Heroes arc. I don't think the Near Heroes are going anywhere, but I do believe Fozzie, the Near Heroes' true leader, might end up dying by the end of this arc, depending on which way he's involved, whether with his father or maybe his father or him himself used to be a part of that whole group of Dr. Casinos and Borfoid that led to this mad AI, which would make sense that Dr. Casinos after this will only work on just one singular cyborg after that, if it did leads to the mad cyborg and this whole organization being created. And it would make sense why Borfoid will only trust machines after this. One chose to trust in the flesh, the other chose to trust in machine AI that he can control. Makes sense. And I do believe Fozzie and his backstory will be one of the most interesting as well. Because SCP-2 is just more or less random, where it just be like, alright, Fozzie shows up and that's all his story significance. Will we see him fight? Who knows? And why would Fozzie allow these why would he outsource some of his hero technology to a bunch of unknown guys who are obviously on which, is this the first time this has happened, or this is the first time Fozzie tried to stop what caught him in the act of doing it? Because if this is the first time he's caught him, then wouldn't he be more willing to say, you know, we don't condone such actions and you got to stop this crooked operation? But it just seemed like when he stopped them from trying to change Metal Bat, it was just, well, you know, a casual occurrence. I'm suspicious of Fozzie. I want to like the guy, but he's going downtown in this arc. He's going down like the rest of them. And I do believe after this arc, Metal Knight would play a more bigger role in helping out the other heroes in a way with his drawings, similar to Iron Man and I guess Age of Ultron, you want to say, or some of the other Iron Mans, where he bring out an entire armada of suits to help save the day. They're gonna say he's gonna become, you know, everybody's favorite guy, but he will be more helpful after this arc, in my opinion. Cause I believe that a lot of things are gonna go down, a lot of reveals. I do believe that find some type of way to make force monsterized transformations. Because arguably, can't the organization just forcefully inject somebody with some type of nanite monsterized bioweapon that turn people into monsters? Which could be the creation of Heavy Smoker. He could have just been an old man, but one small ejection from a mosquito or something, like he's Dr. Gero, and he turned into a monster. Could be a possibility. Because it does seem like they're artificially made, but to what degree? And are they all artificially made the exact same way? Let's look at some theories.